Whitehouse here. Today, I'd like to talk about interviewing. So, tell me about yourself. That's probably the most asked first question in interviewdom, and most people don't like it much because what does the hiring manager want? Well, two kinds of people ask you that question: people who know what they're doing and people who don't. If you're interviewing with someone who doesn't know what they're doing, they're using that question simply as a bridge, as a vehicle to get from talking about the weather and finding that you didn't have trouble parking to talking about the job itself. It must be a good question because they were asked that when they interviewed. If, on the other hand, you're interviewing with someone who does know what they're doing, what they're looking for is a concise summary of who you are relative to your reason for sitting in that chair right now. Now, in the world according to Bud, the answer to tell me about yourself is the soundbite. Sound bites are used by politicians and broadcasters to make a little sound like a lot. Our soundbite has three parts. Part one, I have X years experience in Y. X is the number of years you're selling. Y is a word or a phrase that tells how you've spent those years. Part two, I've been these things and I've done those things. These things are generic titles that give a sense of the kind of work you've done. Those things are functions of the work you've done. Part three, I am most effective at A, B, and C. Now, A, B, and C can be personality traits, they can be skills, they can be aspects of the work you do. They can be a mix. Now, let's talk about part three for just a moment. You cannot say, I'm good, because that sounds very much like bragging. But if you say I'm most effective, people believe it, and they translate that to good. So I'm most effective works. That is the soundbite. It's the first step in taking over the interview. So, part one, I have X years experience in Y. Part two, I've been these things and I've done those things. Part three, I am most effective at A, B, and C. That's it for today. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you soon. So long.